Hey, it's Gabe with API Nation. Today I'm going to show you how you can connect your iPhone contacts through iCloud to Sierra Interactive. So all those contacts you're saving on your iPhone will automatically get added as leads in Sierra Interactive. Also, any contacts or leads that get added to Sierra will get saved to your iPhone, so the caller ID is always updated. You don't have to copy, paste, import, export, none of that. It happens automatically and it's always on. So you don't have to fetch, you don't have to refresh or anything like that. Let me show you how to set this up. The first thing you're going to do is go to apination.com and click Start Syncing. Then it's going to show you all the apps you can sync using API Nation. You're going to see marketing apps, productivity apps, and real estate apps. I'm going to scroll on down to S for Sierra Interactive. There it is right there. So I'm going to click on that. It's going to show me all the apps I can sync with Sierra, including iCloud contacts. So you can see I can sync Constant Contact, I can sync KW Command Listing to Leads, Zillow Leads, Realtor, get all those right into Sierra. Today we're doing iPhone contacts through iCloud though. So I'm going to click on that. And you can see I have two syncs available. I can sync from iPhone to Sierra or from Sierra back to iPhone. I'm going to start with that one, from Sierra back to iPhone. That's the one that's pretty popular. It gets all your contacts onto your iPhone. The caller ID is always updated. You have all your contacts there. You can talk to Siri and say, call this person. Siri's going to know who it is. The first step is to sign into your API Nation account. If you don't have one, you can create one just by clicking here. Or you can sign in with your Google account, which is what I'm going to do. All right, now we're going to connect to Sierra Interactive. So I'm going to hit this connect button. It's going to ask me for an API key and a name for the connection. And you can name this after yourself or your company, totally up to you. Now we're going to grab that API key. You can see the API key is going to be found on the gear icon, the integrations tile, and then the API Nation. So if I go to Sierra Interactive and I'm going to click on this gear up in the top right, then I'm going to find the integrations tile, and then it's going to show me all the integrations for Sierra. I'm going to scroll down to the direct API ones. Here we go. And pretty soon we're going to have an API Nation tile here. You can click that, and that's where your API key will be. If we don't have that up quite yet, you can click on a Sierra Interactive tile instead. That'll work just as well. And you're just going to see an API key just like this. You're going to copy it in there. Like I said, there'll be an API Nation tile pretty soon. Either way, one of those will have an API key that you can grab, head on back to API Nation and paste it in there. So I'm going to hit connect. There we go. So Sierra is now connected, and now we're going to do the same thing with iPhone through iCloud. So I'm going to hit connect. It's going to ask me for my Apple ID, and it's going to ask me for a password, but it's not your Sierra password, your API Nation password. It's called an app-specific password. So let me show you where to find that. We have instructions here. You can click on them and read all about it, but what you need to do is go to appleid.apple.com. and you're going to click sign in, and then you're going to sign into your Apple account. Once you're signed in, you're going to come on down here to this app specific passwords tile, click on that, and you're going to generate an app specific password. You're going to name it. You can name it API Nation or Sierra Interactive, totally up to you. I'm going to call this one API Nation, hit create, and it's going to give me a little key that I'm going to grab. There it is. I'm going to grab that, highlight all that, hit Control C or Command C to copy it, and then I'm going to go back to API Nation and paste it in there and hit connect. Make sure you do that. Make sure you paste it in there and hit connect before you go back to the Apple page and hit done, because once you hit done, you can't see that key anymore. You'll have to clear it out and add a new app specific password. But this looks good. Let's go back to API Nation. The connection is getting made. All right, so now we're going to do a little pre-configuration to set up our workflow. A couple things. You want to sync system notes. So you can sync notes into your iPhone from Sierra, and the system in Sierra Interactive will create notes itself telling you what exactly is happening with the lead. So if you want those notes that are created in the system synced to iPhone, just click there. If you just want the notes that you actually write and create, the remarks that you're creating, don't worry about clicking that. Sync all contacts on first run. That's going to push all your existing Sierra Interactive contacts into your iPhone as soon as you start this thing up. If you uncheck this, it's only going to send new and updated contacts as they get added to Sierra to your iPhone. And then if anybody's getting synced over and they already exist, it's going to overwrite that contact on your iPhone, but you can check this box and say, no, please don't overwrite that. Just fill in any blank fields. So I'm going to hit subscribe. It's going to create my subscription. All right, so the workflow is now created. You can see this is all the stuff we brought over. If I wanted to activate it, I would just hit this activate button. There's two things I want to show you though. The first is a filter. This is a very powerful general filter. You can filter for any of the stuff coming over from Sierra. For example, maybe I only want people with certain tags. I can say that. I only want people who I've tagged hot. Send those people to my iPhone. Or maybe I only want people who have an email address. I can do that. I can say email is not empty. Only send those people to my iPhone. Or I can do it by zip code. Only send people from the zip code 90210. Any of these will work, and you can mix and match and or arguments to create the exact filter you want. Or you can just go filterless and send everybody over. That's what I'm going to do for now. Finally, there is mapping, and we do most of this for you. You can see the first name from Sierra is going to go in first name here. Last name is going to go in last name here. If you want to add anything, map it up. You just hit this plus sign. Search for the field you want. Let's see if there's a company. There's not. So I'm just going to look around here and see if there's anything I do want to add in here. Oh, let's put the source in there. That makes sense to me. Let's come on down here to notes. You can see a ton of information get synced into your iPhone contacts. There it is, notes, and I'm gonna hit the plus sign. I'm gonna scroll all the way down until I get to that notes area, notes, and I'm gonna put the contents of the notes in there. This looks good to me. Let's go to the top and activate this sync. So there we go. The sync is now set up and active. Now let's click the Sierra Interactive logo again. It's going to take us back to all the Sierra syncs available. Here we go. And then I'm going to click on that iPhone contacts tile again. And then we've set up the Sierra to the iPhone. So now we're going to set up the iPhone to Sierra. So I'm going to activate that. And you don't have to set both of these up and create a two-way sync if you don't want to. You can do it a single direction. That'll absolutely work, no problem. But a lot of people do like having a two-way sync, so these work together. Any updates in one, update the other. You've already connected both these apps, so you just have to select those connections you've already made and the Sierra Interactive connection. All right, and again, you're gonna have this pre-configuration screen if you wanna sync all contacts from your iPhone when you turn this thing on, and if you want to not overwrite information in Sierra. I'm gonna hit subscribe. All right, and that's gonna create the workflow again. You can see there's the filter available, and here's the important part, the mapping. So when you're mapping contacts to Sierra, you need an email and a password. So I'm gonna add the email, home email, and then the password. Because contacts in Sierra aren't just contacts, but they're actually accounts on your website, your real estate website through Sierra Interactive, your clients need a way to sign in. So they need a password created for them when their account is created in Sierra Interactive. So what we suggest is you go ahead and use that same email as their password, and just let them know that your email, how you sign into the website is your email, and your password is also your email address, and tell them to change it as soon as they sign in so that it's way more secure. But that works for now. Again, you can go through here and map up anything else you want, including you can just add in stuff like tags. So I can just type in iPhone, and it's going to tag everybody who comes through this sync with that iPhone tag and put them as iPhone in your Sierra Interactive. This looks good to me. I'm going to activate this sync. So now if I go to my syncs, I now have two syncs available, one from Sierra Interactive to my iPhone and the other from my iPhone back to Sierra Interactive. So that's it. That's how you connect iCloud contacts, your iPhone contacts to Sierra Interactive. It allows you to use your iPhone seamlessly with Sierra. All those leads get saved to Sierra. All your leads from Sierra get saved back to your iPhone. You're way more productive. You can build better relationships, knowing who you're talking to, who's calling, who's texting, so you can create more deals. If you have any questions or need any assistance setting up this sync, give us a phone call, shoot us an email. We're API Nation, and we're connecting the world's applications.